The Marcomannic Wars were a series of major military conflicts fought along the northern borders of the Roman Empire, primarily in the region of Pannonia and the Danube frontier, modern-day Austria, Hungary, and Slovakia. These wars were waged under the reign of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and they marked one of the most dangerous threats to Roman stability during the 2nd century. The wars are named after the Marcomanni, a powerful Germanic tribe, but they were part of a broader coalition of Germanic and Sarmatian peoples. These tribes launched large-scale invasions across the Danube, penetrating deep into Roman territory, including northern Italy for the first time in centuries. Marcus Aurelius personally led campaigns on the frontier for over a decade, spending much of his reign on military campaigns. These were not short skirmishes, but prolonged and grueling conflicts, requiring new legions like the Legio Italica and massive logistical support. The emperor even opened up military service to non-Romans, including former enemies, a sign of how desperate the empire had become. In the year of the gods, 165 after the founding of Christ, Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a thinker with the mind of a philosopher and the burdens of a warlord, saw the storm rising in the north. From beyond the Danube, barbarian tribes like the Marcomanni and Quadi surged like wolves at Rome's throat. Rome, mighty though she was, found herself spread thin. Her legions were far in the east, fighting Parthians. Plague, brought back from those wars, thinned her ranks. And so, like Vulcan forging a blade in haste, Marcus Aurelius raised a new legion from the heart of Italy itself, Legio Italica, the 2nd Italian Legion. They were not seasoned veterans of foreign wars, but fresh men of the soil, sons of Italy, hardened not by past glory but by duty. They were stationed at Lauriacum in the province of Noricum, modern-day Austria, where the cold wind carried the howls of Germanic warbands across the river. Unlike the expansionist legions of Caesar, the Italica was Rome's shield, not her spear. They were defenders of empire, keepers of civilization where wildness threatened to rise. For their steadfast loyalty and courage, they were called Pia Fidelis, the faithful and loyal. Some whisper that later emperors like Septimius Severus dubbed them Severiana for their loyalty during civil war. They were never disbanded, never disgraced. Through plague, invasion, and political chaos, they stood their post century after century, like the mountain itself. As the Roman world crumbled around them, Legio Italica did not vanish. Unlike so many legions that disappeared in betrayal or defeat, they endured into the 4th century, honored in the imperial register Notitia Dignitatum. There they remained, not as conquerors, but as the last guardians of a fading world. Their old base, Lauriacum, became a Christian stronghold, and the ghosts of the legion still linger in the stones, in the crypts beneath the churches, where soldiers once knelt in prayer before battle. They were the wolves on Rome's border, but not for hunger, for protection. Here they stood, Roman shields locked in frozen forests, a cohort standing against the tide of history, faces set, banners high, the eagle still gleaming in the snow.